We're going to go over whether or not you should put your face in a bowl of ice water, and we're going to start right now. Okay, let's go. Ashton Hall. First of all, I want to point out, looks like he might have a torn pec, but let's start this. Let's put some music on. There's some 353. Brush your teeth. 354. Keep brushing your teeth. Use sparkling water. 4 a.m. Live in a city. You got to live in the city. Those are like Dane push-ups. Okay. 4:38. I wonder how much of this is actually real. 2 minutes of reading, then consume media. After you consume media, get back, put the book, everything back into place by 5:46, 6 o'clock. Dress nicely. Bro, it takes you 2.5 hours to get out the door? Four hours later, he's in the water. Okay, he's in the water. Oh, there's a nice little towel. 5 hours later, he's getting a shower. It's out of the shower. Wipes a banana peel on his face. Now he's at work. Does it again. Okay. Here's my thing. How does it take like 3.5 hours to get out the door? What are you doing from, I'm just going to click on this again. So that's 3. It was literally 3 hours to get out the door. Like, why is it taking that long? This dude is freaking jacked, though. Clearly, I feel like he does not have children. I could be wrong, but in most cases, that's not happening. Dude is absolutely just... And they do a really good job with the visuals. Temptation lives late at night. So it still lives, but it's late at night. Man, banana peels on the skin. I love bananas. In fact, let's get myself a banana. Okay, I was literally just about to say this is a guy that is like the Liver King. Well, cooler version of the Liver King, but then like magnified with like crypto bro, financial, get rich quick, Amway seller, tuck tape your mouth shut. This is the hack to solve all of your problems. Dude's chiseled, like absolutely just shredded. So 703. That seems like a very narrow Bible. Is that just the New Testament? Why does he need so many alarms if he's so dialed in? I feel like he had 5 alarms there. All right. Well, let's get into the third. Okay, now he's got the PM routine. And when he's looking at the PM routine here, okay, he's absolutely cut up, super dimed up, diced. 5:26. And again, this just goes into like, I'm not really sure if this dude would have children. 5:30 at night, and you don't have kids jumping in there. It's like, I don't know. 6:25. There we go. Wipe it down. Wipe it down. Now the big question is this up to standard for the crypto bros? Because you got to make sure you got the duct tape on. There you go. You got the nose. There you go. Get the duct tape. Start selling Amway. Start dealing everything that you can. Buy some toilet paper from me. I got this sweet pyramid scheme along with you've got to eat raw liver and wipe banana peels on your face. Suck down egg yolks. Buy a meme coin, and you're going to get rich quick. And you're going to not use any performance enhancing drugs and look like me. And this dude might actually be clean. I was actually thinking one of our athletes, Sam Mattis, has a physique like this. 2-time Olympian Sam Mattis. Now, 2, 3, 4. So he does have 5 alarms, though. Dude's got 5 alarms. Bro, if you're dialed in, you don't need 5 alarms. Okay, let's get to this next video here.
It's your boy, Zachy Sports, and this week on Extremely Online, former Alcorn State running back Ashton Hall has gone mega viral.
Alcorn State home of Steve McNair.
And doing absolutely nothing.
So this...
Want me to do it again? This is so stupid, I'm sorry. it's your boy. His morning routine is so cringy, Russell Wilson is punching the air that he didn't come up with it first.
Let's rock.
In this video,
Yo, that's funny.
the book for exactly 2 minutes. He spends 4 minutes suspended mid-air on a pool dive. What? He goes ahead and gets at least 10,000 somethings of something.
Something is wrong with him.
But apparently, wiping your face with a banana peel doesn't translate to college success. This Saratoga sparkling water sales college career with 6 carries for a whopping 8 yards.
Okay, whopping 8 yards.
Cool highlight.
Probably played at a smaller school in high school, went to Alcorn State, FCS, and couldn't cut it. But dude's chiseled. Diced. Three by 10. He's doing external rotations, 3 by 10. Now let's see. Behind the neck press. Guys, like, if you want your shoulders to be as swole as this dude, you better be doing heavy military presses, like heavy incline benches. I still feel like I got banana on my face. I think that we've got to just recognize, dude, I'm putting this on my head, actually. I need bananas on my head. I think that when you're watching some of this, it's like, okay, the old school, above the nipple. Call these above the nipple. Someone is definitely commenting on his video that you shouldn't do upright rows like this. Massively overtraining, of course. Of course, someone says that. Coaches, I've helped millions for free. Elbows to the top. I always thought these were so stupid. Just do like 90-degree side laterals. Or just snatch, do snatch high pulls. Sounds like somebody's dropping some weights in the background. Is someone like snatching over by the side? I wonder if they have a banana. Oh, that's lame. I don't mind this. High reps, but I would do like 2 sets of 30. Here's my issue. Dude's using like 15s. There's no chance. Like, I don't. Wonder what he's listening to. Oh, so now he's doing rear delts with a RDL. Okay, so let's get to the next one. So this dude is freaking absolutely yoked. Now, side lunges. I think he's pretty freaking stacked with the side lunges. If you aren't hype about what you see in the mirror, DM me, coach. Let's go. Leg day. So heavy Bulgarians. This dude needs a single leg roller available at garagestrength.com. We all know you need to have that if you want to build those heavy glutes, those big swole glutes. Okay, so now he's doing reverse lunge into a step, a backwards lunge into a step. I think, yeah, these are some really good accessories. Glutes and hams, he's got a little bit of elevation, a wider stance. It's like a horse dumbbell squat. Somebody just walks. People just walking in front of Ashton's camera. Okay, single leg RDL. I like this. Dude's dialed in there. Pretty good look. Is that throwing that little flashy flip? Okay, so here's where it's like, yo, this is quad focus 3 by 10. Let's put some weight on the bar. We need some mechanical tension, dog. We got to get some weight in there. Do some heavier front squats. We don't need zerchers. Okay, so if you aren't hype about what you're seeing, DM me, coach. So he does meals, mindset, and coaching. Okay, so he's doing a good job, like just absolutely being freaking jacked as hell. He's doing some lifts here, 75s, alternating 4 sets of 10, building that chest. Okay, so save and complete. I will say, dude, okay, his palms together. So here's where he's doing almost like a front raise. This is like shoulders and chest. I've never done this, actually. I wouldn't mind trying that. All right, now I think he's training with a Rolex on. I'm still struggling to believe this dude's... Okay, so we have done crush grip benches, but we'll do it with dumbbells together. Gosh, I love DMX. Side delts. So it looks like he's into some serious bodybuilding. I think the big thing I would say is that everybody, here's the downfall, and this is the downfall I would say with social. As I love social media, I love YouTube more than freaking anybody. You see someone like this, and people who are untrained will be like, I can look like this if I'm doing these movements. And we've just got to be realistic. Like, we're not going to look like this if we do these movements. We will improve muscle mass. Like 100%, we will gain muscle mass doing these exercises. Now, I think you need a program that's going to help you with specific goals. So something that's built out exactly like our strength training program, Peak Strength. All you've got to do is click the link down below, head over to peakstrength.app, the Google Play Store or the Apple iOS Store. You can download Peak Strength. You can get in and select a sport that you want to train for. You can select a goal. You want to lose weight. You want to gain muscle. You want to get fit, whatever it is specifically. You can have a program then built out and it's periodized over a long period of time. You're probably not going to look like Ashton Hall unless you went full throttle gas. But in this case, is Ashton gassed up? Like, honestly, I will pay for the test. I will pay for the test. If Ashton's willing to take it, I will pay for a urine sample, a blood sample. We'll test everything and see if he's clean. He looks great, dude. He looks phenomenal. And again, these movements, they're solid. Now, I think some kids, I think there's better movements you can do for your chest than this. Just like heavy dumbbell benches. It's a lot of exercises. Oh, man, it looks good there, dude. Trained 2,000 clients in 2024. Dude, he's always looking on. Okay, so this one, Coach Hall is a beast. Oh, Coach Hall and Mr. Oh, this is pretty funny. Dude, I would love to see Ashton Hall meeting MrBeast in the hole. Like, what would happen to MrBeast? Like, Ashton Hall would just absolutely truck this dude. And actually, my understanding is that MrBeast is pretty tall. So Ashton Hall looks like he's got decent size. Looks like he's about to get that face in there. So Beast just put his face where he had his fingers in there massaging. MrBeast has his own dumbbells. There's no chance he's touching those 200s. I gotta say, Ashton Hall's just gonna be cranking out reps there. Okay. Great video. Great video. So weighted sprints, I don't think are necessary here for speed development. It's like he's running on a curve. This is a great angle. I don't know, man. Those abs chiseled like that. I don't think so. I don't think you need weighted sprints. You don't need a vest or anything like that. I would do resisted sprints. I would do hill sprints. I would sprint. That's a great lesson here, is doing sprints. I think is absolutely fantastic. This dude clearly works. Like, really, really gets work in. Wait. 10 things men tear women down. They don't cheat. They don't run from bills. But, dude, I don't want to pay my bills sometimes. Watch porn. I think a lot of men watch porn. Hook up. Most men have hooked up. Neglect their hygiene. That's me. Lose their temper. I lose my temper quite a bit. Neglect their children. I don't neglect my children. Envy their friends. That's a good one. I think, does this dude have kids? I want to know. Because a lot of this stuff, you like waking up at 3:30 in the morning and just spending. Hold on a second. He just said neglect kids. He's waking up at 3:50 in the morning and he doesn't get out the door till 8. Who the hell is spending 4 hours just on themselves if they have kids? Like, that is not happening. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. That doesn't seem right. Okay, let's go. Next one. How's my sprint days look? The process. How much of your time do you own to be able to do what you want to do at the fullest? He looks a little weird when he's doing those. Okay, so is this dude affiliated with ASRV? He's got to be, right? So this dude's like, and he's got to be loving the fact that people like me are reacting to him on YouTube, because this is just going to blow up his brand even further. Is he a salesperson for Saratoga? Does he really fold his clothes like that? Damn, he's organized. This dude is absolutely organized. Gosh, editors crushing it. It's like he's like running like a little bit side to side. Okay, day 1,461 as an online coach. Lunch and Zooms. 4 years of building the life I dreamed of. That's 4 years, guys. Takes 4 years at least. I don't know if that's a Bentley or a Maserati or some nice car. I have no idea about cars. Oh. Oh, jeez. Gotta be getting that work done at the 5-star restaurant. And you have to have that car. Okay, so we're back to the water. So he starts a lot of the water. What if he does that for every video shoot, or if they just filmed him once and they just reuse it? That's how you use those. Gosh, they're cuts. How many cuts are in one? Oh, that's a Rolls Royce. That's what that is. Okay, let's get into this. I think the biggest thing that I struggle with is like what I mentioned before, where we think about the fact that we see somebody, and I'll say this, the positive is that you can see Ashton Hall and you can repeat his morning routine. You can break it down, and he's clowning a little bit with the times, but you can break that down. You can put your face in water, wake up, rinse it out, brush your teeth. Dude, the thing I'll say, he talks about hygiene. He talks about nutrition, as far as I can tell, like even just showing what he's eating, consume water, do your sprints, lift weights. He's going through, and he is being genuine with that stuff. I think the issue I really have is that there's this very precise population that is so consistently fooled over and over again. I just realized I still have this freaking banana on my head. They're so consistently fooled over and over again. And it's like this 18 to 34, 18 to 38-year-old population of like, get rich quick. They'll talk about the grind. Like they'll push pyramid schemes. They'll say it's this one specific hack. You can go through this specific routine, and that's all you need. And you'll look exactly like him. You'll live that rich life. You'll have everything you possibly could have. You buy the meme coin and you get rich quick. And it's just this, you just tape your mouth shut. You wear the glasses that block out the computer screen stuff. You avoid red dyes. And it's just like consistent weird side things. It's like, what if we just eat real whole foods? Like, this is the weird part, is that 2008 we were posting about raising chickens with the chicken tractor, like drinking raw milk, making kefir, trying to eat whole foods, just lifting consistently. And it's like, we're constantly conned by this glamour. And it's like, you're living a life of Jesus, and one of those aspects, one of the deadly sins is greed. So why are you driving a Rolls Royce if that's really what you believe? Why are you all about like glamour and all this if that's really what you believe? Jesus was a pauper, dude. Jesus was somebody who embraced living that simple life. And I think that's where I'm always like, when do we actually realize and break down these inconsistencies? And dude, here's the thing. I'm going to applaud this guy because he's built a brand. He's done it precisely. He's absolutely chiseled. He does seem like a pretty genuine person, but in some regards, but no one's ever questioning things and no one's ever really challenging it as much as they possibly can. Like, is this real? Dude, you can't, if you have kids, I have 4 children, and Daniel Priestley has said this, like he oftentimes will ignore people who give advice unless they have kids, mainly because they're giving advice to people who have kids and they don't have kids. And it's like, yo, you can't have a morning routine that's more than 40 minutes max if you have children. If you have 1 kid, you can't even do that, let alone 4. It's like the real life here is, and then you're going to say neglect your children. If you're spending that much time and then you're going to bed at 7:30, most kids don't go to bed till, by the time a kid is 8 to 15 years old, they're going to bed at 9:30. And it's like, dude, what are we doing? If you're going to bed at 7:30, your kid's going to bed at 9:30, they're up for another 2 hours after you, but you're waking up at 3:50 because you got a 4-hour morning routine. It's like, this isn't real. It's not something that you can actually follow through on. So I did want to bring that up. Now, at the same time, he's promoting lifting weights. He's promoting fitness. He's got his sprints workouts. I like that part. And I think that's a big aspect that I think is positive. I still just struggle with the whole aspect of like, dude, we live in an 880 square foot house. Okay. We have 4 children. We work 60 plus hours a week. We try to be as happy as we possibly can. We try to eat well. We try to take care of our kids. We try to be happy. And the sad part is that everybody's out there getting conned constantly by glamour. And that's where I get a little bitter. That's me being a snowflake little beep. Okay, so let's watch this. Let's just go through this one.
Not right now. If people want to know, natty or not?
Here we go with this question. I feel like I'll be answering this question for my entire career, which is cool. To keep a long story short, it will never change. I've been doing this for some time now. I'm 28 now. I started training at 15. I'm 13 years into the game. And if I'm being honest, like I would just give the credit to my time. When I was 18, I was pretty jacked. Even at 16 and 17, there's a video of me out there. I was pretty jacked. You know what I'm saying? I just started doing it the right way.
Okay. First of all, why is it taking so long? Second of all, I will say, with good nutrition, now this dude's huge. He's huge. I'll say this though, Sam Mattis has arms this big, like massive arms. I know Sam's clean. He's not as diced as this dude. I have a lot of doubt. Like if I was clean and someone said like, are you clean? I'd be like, no. Or sorry, if I was clean and someone's like, yo, are you on steroids? I'd be, no, I'm not on steroids. Like, dude, I'll go take a drug test right now. Come give me a freaking urine bottle. Come take my blood. I'll do whatever you want. I'll freaking post my results online. I'll show you whatever you want.
Definitely off when I first started, but yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for some time now. For me, it's like I live for health purposes. It's not just about the aesthetic. I'm not trying to hop on the stage. I'm not competing with the dude to the left and right of me. People always ask, like, my next goal. My goal is always to lose weight. I'm always looking to lose 10 or 15 pounds. For my height, I feel like, what else is there to do? I'm already big enough. So yeah, steroids will be like backwards for me. And when it comes to being lean, like I am not that lean. If you really look at my content, like, if I was on juice, bro, I would be super shredded. I would be like way bigger than what I am. I'm 5'10", 210 pounds. So yeah, I already know this is going to get some hate.
Okay, I will say this, 5'10", 205, 210. If that's actually his makeup, okay. That's a little bit more realistic. I still want to give him a drug test, and I want urine and blood sample. I want both. Let's see what else he's got to say.
Push, my Natty card, not to flex on the people who are taking steroids. I know I'm no better than them, not at all. I push it just so the people out there who are debating if they need to hop on steroids, so they can know they don't need to. Because there's so many people in the industry who, promote and.
Okay, so it's like, I think the issue here too is a lot of people be like, okay, I don't need to go on steroids. Fine, perfectly fine. But what I need to do is put my face into a bucket of ice. I got to wake up at 3:50, have a 4-hour morning schedule. They go through this whole routine, and then they still aren't as big. They still don't have the money. They still haven't figured it out. And I think the issue here is just like, I think everybody out there, it's like, I like the morning routine in the sense of establishing that morning routine. I think it's important to lift weights. It's important to run sprints. It's important to have your nutrition dialed in. It's important to have a work ethic. It's important to establish all those things. Make sure you're squatting. Make sure you're benching. Make sure you're doing pulls. Make sure you're lifting heavy. Make sure you're lifting light. Make sure you're getting a pump. Make sure you're doing jumps. Make sure you're doing all the things. You're sleeping well. That's the biggest thing that we can learn moving forward, and that's the biggest thing that we can keep making progress on. It's the larger than life money, flashiness, and greed that just tends to bother me, but also at the same time my ego likes it too. Like, that's the hard part. So I'm going to say this, there's a lot to learn from Ashton Hall. I think there's a lot of lessons that we can take out of this, but we've also got to be aware. We've got to look through and sift through some of the stuff that we might see as for marketing versus some of the stuff that we see for actual reasons. And I think oftentimes people see someone like Joel Seedman and they know it's outrageous, but there's still a lot of people fooled by Joel Seedman and the lifts that he posts. But the Joel Seedman lifts are no different than driving around in a Rolls Royce. You're still getting conned one way or the other. The Joel Seedman lifts or whatever, or, you know, walking on a slack line and saying like, that's like this key, even though I think walking on slack lines is cool. I don't know why I chose that example, but you're looking at like some crazy hooky, flashy movement and then shoving your face in water, wiping banana peel on your face. Those are weird hooks that stop you, and they're the same. And we've got to be educated on the concept and how we're doing this, so that we can sift through and find the things that matter, that will actually be a major impact to your overall progress. Now, if you guys do want to use fundamental lifts, you want to be a better athlete, we do have a strength training program, Peak Strength. It's an app that we've developed specifically off of how we've gotten athletes to the Olympics, to the World Championships, to the NFL. Click on the link down below. Head over to peakstrength.app, the Google Play Store or the Apple iOS Store. Because remember, freaks, if you want to become a champion, you've always got to cultivate your power. Peace.